All right, so it's not a classical guitar concert. It's a discussion about nails. So first, I was going to title this "No Nails," and I've played before, or tried to, I should say, classical guitar, and I'm not really a classical guitarist. I play most primarily jazz with no nails, and so it's a discussion about really short nails. So I do have some nails, but they're really, really, really short. It's going to be a shock to my classical guitar teacher. So the problem I was having, or it's more of like a discussion about the effect of playing another instrument on your main instrument. So guitar is my main instrument, and I started playing the cello. I just cut these nails because whenever they were pretty long, so it's funny. I wish I had something to show you. So whenever I was playing the cello, this is a cello bow. Part of the way you hold a cello is to do something like this. When you have really long nails, this part would hit the frog right at the tip. So as I was doing something like this, it was causing me pain. I wasn't getting a really good hold on my cello bow, and that was affecting me. So I was really frustrated with it, and I felt like this was holding me back just in terms of the progression of that instrument. And even though part of my, like, at least 2021 is to get better at the classical guitar, and I love the guitar, but I was like, you know what? I mean, I'm sorry. I need to do something. I can't have these long nails or try to play classical guitar with these nails and at the same time try to play cello. So I went back and, I said, well, do I want no nails, short nails, or what do I want? So I start, and ironically enough, what ended up also happening was my index fingernail broke. And so these two were really, really long. So what I ended up doing was I played Alaska picks for several years, and I play them with a lot of my steel playing. I put an Alaska pick on this thing and kept these two natural for a while. And I didn't like the tone of it whatsoever. So anyway, so the idea is I started looking at, there are several players. There's a guy, I think Rob McCallum. He's a more of a contemporary player. And I forgot the woman's name, but she's really a great classical guitarist that plays with no nails. But it's like a no-no in classical guitar world, even though Francisco Terrega played without any nails or anything like that. And so I'm trying to not really play without any nails, even though I've done it before, but with very, very, very little nail to be able to get a good tone. And again, I don't want to get a thin tone. I like my flesh. That was the other thing too. I'm a Wes Montgomery guy, mostly a jazz guy. I like the flesh right here on the side. So I love that thumb playing. So that's the other advantage of not having really long nails. I can go back to the thumb playing. And I had kind of figured out a way to do it, but it was still sort of like a workaround. So not having long nails or longer nails in the classical tradition probably has some drawbacks, the way most people view it, as the fact that you don't have as much tone control and you have a decrease in volume. Inherently by nature, classical guitar, in particular any acoustic guitar, the reason you don't see classical guitars for the most part in orchestral music or a lot of classical stuff, unless it's just, it's almost like specialists, let's put it that way, is because the volume of the instrument. There's no way that a classical guitar can compete with a bowed instrument. That's a whole other physics of it. But whenever I play my cello, then I go to an acoustic guitar, there is a noticeable decrease in terms of volume. So you cannot compete. And the purity of the instrument from a classical guitar perspective is that they don't really like to amplify stuff, and I don't want to say they don't want to join the 21st century, but that's really part of the challenge. So in any event, though, what I want to try to do is get good enough where I've got enough nails to be able to get some tonal palettes and some colors in the playing, but still allow me to practice my cello and play my jazz guitar, which I always preferred, to be honest with you, I always preferred it with no nails than with nails. That's my preference. I like the tone. It's a tad bit warmer. I do know that you do have more volume and more control to a certain extent, but I think anything, once you start doing it, if you practice it and it becomes your style, then you can get better at it. So, all right then. So nails versus nail, or I should say nails versus nails, or very little nails. Think about that if you're a fingerstyle player. If you're a pick player, think about doing some finger stuff. And if you're a guitar player, the aim is to be able to be good at both the pick and your fingers, nail or without nail. All right, then. Thank you for watching, and everybody have a safe and happy Super Bowl Sunday. Bye now.